Welcome everybody, it's Tammy at Creative Girl Vintage. So I actually started out with these tiny little paper mache boxes, and I was making some Easter ornaments, and which I'm still going to do, but I got distracted. And sometimes when I'm distracted, I just have to kind of follow it and see where it takes me. So I started just messing around with what I had on my table, and I put together a very sweet little treasure box. Isn't it just the cutest, with calico inside and vintage lace and this little vintage lamb? And I was just loving what I was doing so much that I was like, okay, let me just put it all together and I'll make a couple more and share it with you guys. So if you want to stick around for a little bit, that would be so great. And let's make some little tiny treasure boxes. I'll be starting today with these little miniature paper mache boxes. Now, I've had these a really long time, and those of you that follow me know I always say if I'm out and about and I find something that just I'm attracted to, I buy it and I bring it home and stick it in my crafting stash. And that's how I've been able to build a really good sized crafting stash. And I can go around my craft room and shop for all of these fun little things that I have on hand. And I love that. And these are really special. I'm thinking it could have been Hobby Lobby, you guys. I'm not 100% sure. For some reason, I just keep going back to Hobby Lobby. They may still have these. I don't know. Somewhere may have them. But they're really cute. They're really fun to work with. And this is a good starting point for a really cute little cute treasure box. Now, you know we can't do a project without distressing it around here. That's kind of just the way it works. This is the Ranger Distress ink, and the color is tea dye. And I'm just actually going to use this to ink up this box. And look how pretty. Isn't that nice? Now, you can paint a box. You can paint your box if you have a little paper mache box. This is that kind of an off-white color, which is really nice. You know, a lot of the paper mache is like a cardboard color. So I thought this would be a cute way to make a little vintagey looking box. Works really good. Okay. Inking it up. There we go. That's easy enough. Yeah, once I got distracted, I just had to go with it today, and I'm certainly glad I did. I was liking where my distraction was going. This has like a little pink mark from paint or something on it, but I like that. I'm going to leave that on there. I've got a little scrap of fabric here, and let me just turn this over here and find a pencil. I'm just going to trace around. This is going to be down in the bottom of our box. Thought that looked really sweet to have that calico down in the bottom. So I'm just going to trace around like so. Let's see. Let me just get that a little bit darker right there so I can see where I'm going. There we go. And you know, every time I do this, of course, it's always too big, and it always has to be, I always have to take it back out and recut it, but that's okay. The fabric's a little bit more forgiving when you put it down in these little boxes, or any box. But you can use scrapbook paper, wallpaper, wrapping paper. There, that looks cute. Always have some crappy tweezers on hand. That's a good craft room tool right there. I'm just going to use a little bit of my Fabrifix glue. Really, anything's fine. And just put a couple little dots in here. This is going to tack down this fabric. And then we'll have the inside of our box complete. Okay. That looks pretty. All right. Now, I found this at the flea market a couple weeks ago. I thought this was so pretty. And, oh yeah, that'll cover up that little paint mark too, won't it? I'm just going to start this with a dab of hot glue, but you know what? I'm going with the Fabrifix glue to finish this out. Such a habit for me picking up my glue gun. Let me just go around here. Okay. So I know the last little crafting bundle that went out from here was the little robin, the little springtime robin. And I hear you guys are really enjoying that. So I'm happy to hear that you're loving that little project. And while I'm at it, I really would love to thank my husband. I've gotten a lot of orders, and it's a lot to put together. And he has helped me so much getting my orders together and out the door. And so I just really want to give him a big, giant thank you. And a big, giant I love you. Okay. So there we go. How easy. You know, we've got that. You know what I did here, which I don't like what I did. Actually, when I was tracing, I got a little bit of pencil on there. And I really didn't want to do that. But I did it anyway, didn't I? So I'm just going to erase it. It's really not a big deal, though. It's like inside. I'll add a little bit more distress ink right around that edge there. Okay. Bottom of box complete. Now, I love this, you guys. This is the cutest. My friend Mary, she's always sending me some wonderful little vintage things. She had found this little, it was a gift wrapping assortment. There's little gift cards in here, and there's these little, I guess they're stickers to put on your gift package. Aren't they just so special? I love them so much, and I'm putting them to good use so they can be enjoyed. All right, we're going to really just do a simple decoupage right on the lid. Okay, I'm just going to take some Mod Podge here and just put it right on the lid. Nothing fancy. Take this darling little image of a rose and lay it right on there. I'm actually going to coat the top with a little bit more Mod Podge. Make sure you get under there so nothing's popping up on you. Okay, isn't that pretty? Vintage paper. You gotta love it. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry and then we'll move on. While things were drying, I got carried away and made some extra ones. I couldn't resist. This is just such a cute project. Okay, so let's finish up the one that we were working on, okay? We're all dry here, and we want to put treasures on our box. I have a rubber stamp that says Vintage Treasure, and it was really too big for this box, but I went ahead and stamped it on some coffee dyed paper, like so, and then I cut out just the word treasures. Okay. We can say vintage for something else. So just the word treasures on that coffee dyed paper. I'm going to use my Fabrifix again. And just wanting to clog up there. Let me clean that off real quick. Okay, and just a little bit, kind of smear it around. It's kind of like my version of decoupage with using my fingers. And I'm just going to lay that right there on the front. Hold on. I don't feel like I centered that as well as I could have. Here we go. Let me put that. There we go. That looks better. Treasures. All right. Now for this one, I have a little vintage aqua bunny. Isn't he cute? And we're going to put him on top of this box. I'm going to use for this some E6000. Usually gluing stuff like this is always a good glue to use for that. sort of guarantees it's not going anywhere, ever. All right, so a little E6000 on the bottom of this bunny. I have a lot of these tiny miniature things. Once again, you guys, flea market. Sometimes I just find this, just one little piece, but throw them right in my little drawer. And before you know it, I've got a whole selection in there. Look, isn't that just the cutest? Let me show you the other ones I made real quick. Okay, so I've got the little lamb. And this one here is a round box, and I put a little vintage kitty cat on top of this one. And this one is a little baby deer. And then the one we just did, our little aqua bunny. Cute, right? Look, this I'm thinking I want to take one of these and put it on my kitchen windowsill. And when I take my ring off to wash dishes, this is a really safe little place to keep it. And it's so cute. Plus, what a cute gift these make, you know, for a friend. Put a little bit of chocolate in there or a pair of earrings, and the whole gift is just that much more special with a little handmade box. So you guys, thank you for hanging out with me today and for a little bit of vintage crafting time. I hope that you'll like this video, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't already. And you know, all vintage treasures need a good home. So I'm going to pop all of these into my Etsy shop, and the link to my shop is below. And thank you again, and I will see you in the next video. Whoa!